Hello, welcome back. Happy Friday, guys. We're doing Thrifty Thursday, but it's Friday because I'm late. Crazy week. We're going to sit down and we're going to do some art, and it's going to make us calm and feel better. So, cheers, coffee. I saw coolest video by Tracie doing Bookpage tags with sewing. And since it's Thrifty Thursday and we've thrifted lots of books and paper and whatnot, we're going to do it. We're going to go with our with trying to take her inspiration and make it our own. So I would like to do a few different styles. So I'm going to first grab my ruler. Maybe I should have drank more coffee before I started talking. Grab my ruler. What we've got here is we've got book pages, different sizes, different colors. We're going to do layered book pages, a little bit of sewing, and then a focal point. So let's hop right in. These are from the altered book, so we don't go into those. So what she did was she got rid of as much white, all the white, as much as she could, and so it's completely word focused. We don't have any big blank areas, and it doesn't have to be perfect by any stretch. We're not trying to be perfect. We just want to make sure that we've got words. Words. I suppose I don't really need my ruler, do I? It's probably going to be more interesting if I don't. But we'll do some with, how about some with the ruler and some without the ruler? And the idea is to create interest with something easy, something you've got. I love the font in this book. This is the old Alice in Wonderland. And I want to take this off, but I don't want to get rid of it. So I'll try to be a little careful because it says Humpty Dumpty and it's got a number, and you know we're going to use that someday in 10 years. Doesn't matter. We're still saving it. I don't know why I was trying to do this the hard way with the narrows sticking out. Let's do this one just with our fingers. Oops. So we're going to make really cool layers and a couple of different styles. One of the styles I know I want to do, obviously we're going to do grunge. We're going to do a shabby chic pretty with some flowers. And I found at the thrift store the other day the coolest sheet music from the 30s. And so we're going to do, actually I should look, it might be 20s. So we're going to do, I don't know, what style would you call it? Roaring 20s maybe, or Art Deco. That's a nice, this is a nice thick paper. So what I'm doing, for the layers, it really doesn't matter how thick the paper is because we're layering it up, we're gluing it down, we're going to do some sewing. But for the background, for the base, we need something a little thicker. And I don't have a lot of really thick books. I've got this, this was the, what is it, Janet Marsh? Nature book. I'm going to try to save this pretty flower into there. And we're going to save these cool words. A lot of this stuff, I'm trying to be better about not saving every little scrap that I rip off something. It's ridiculous, guys. A tiny triangle, I'm not going to use it. Stop it. Stop saving stuff and being a hoarder. big pieces we'll use for strengthening other things. But look at you guys, you're going to be part of my therapy. You see all this? I'm putting it right now, crinkling it up and putting it right in the trash. There you go. Now, I promise I won't dig it out later, but I can't promise it's not going to make me think about what I would have done with those. It's early. It's going to be a lot of coffee days. It's not super, super early, but it is before work. Okay. All right. Here are our backgrounds. Let's plan on doing 4, knowing that we'll probably do 2. And I think I want this to be the beginning of about this size for my base. And I just put my rulers right next to me. Look at me here, trying to tear it carefully. I'm so glad that you guys don't care that I'm nuts. Okay. Here we go. We've got some bases. So let's start just making some collage. And go different layers, and we don't have to stick them down super great because here, even though we're going to make them long, they're going to be long tags. No, I can't work sideways when it's going to be long. We'll just do a couple at a time. All right. Let's go with some of this. And the idea is, okay, not some of that. The idea, oops, I forgot to take that off, is that we're going to kind of make a bit of a frame. Let's see, that might not be the right word. Yeah, I think that maybe that is the right word. It's kind of framed, and we'll just get a little bit smaller with each layer. And we don't have to be perfect. We don't want to be perfect. We want it to look a little messy. And here I am doing it the hard way again. So we want a piece that is almost as big, but a little bit of, let's see here. I can go there. What if we did one of them with our Alice, or a couple of them with our Alice? I just love this book so much. And I know a lot of people would probably, say, why are you ripping it up? So here's my thought on old books. They're lovely. Yes, they are important. They're super cool. Somebody took the time to write the book, print the book. Yes, I'm destroying the book, but here's the deal with that. It's sitting on a shelf. I am not a collector. I'm sure these are not expensive collectible books from a value perspective. And I'm giving these books new life. And I don't consider that destroying them. I really, really don't. Okay. Did I go through those that fast? Here's one. Let's go along with this guy. Maybe one of them will be upside down. All right, so we've got 3 layers on each. And I think that's okay for the background, because we're going to put something here to highlight our, oh, for the love of God, highlight our focal point. Cripes. Okay, now we need to decide if we want them all to be inked in the same color. I'm gonna say let's do at least one. We'll do a couple in vintage photo because we know that's our favorite. And you don't have to ink these if you don't want to. I like how it stands out and makes it that much more visible that we've got those layers. I think it adds depth and interest. And it does, yes, it does make it more vintage and kind of dirty looking. But actually, even before I started enjoying vintage and grungy paper art, when I first started with mixed media, I would go around each one of my canvases around the edge with black. Same thing, ink all the edges in black, and it just gave it a beautiful frame. It's soft, and it just gives it that extra little pop of, I took the time to make my things beautiful. And I like that. I want, you know, if somebody's purchasing or even just looking at and enjoying the stuff that we make, then let's show them that we care about it too by putting in the effort to make it beautiful. Wow, why am I being so deep so early in the morning? I don't know. My brain. You guys know. If you're new, hi, I'm Amber and I'm nuts. If you're returning, you already know that. So we like to have fun here and be silly and on occasion have a deep thought, but let's keep going. I'm so excited to try this in different styles. It'll be out of the comfort zone, right? But that's okay. We like to push ourselves here to try new things. And on Thrifty Thursday, I didn't even talk about what Thrifty Thursday is. We're this far in and I haven't even described what we're doing. I really need to like film an intro or something, but you know. Anyway, so Thrifty Thursday is when we only use stuff that we've purchased at a thrift store, except for our inks and our tools. We can use tools that didn't come from the thrift store. But as far as supplies go, we only use stuff that came from thrift stores because, one, we got a lot of it, and every time it comes, it's like, oh, that's cool, I can't wait to use it, and then it goes and sits somewhere because we get right into doing our go-tos, right? And I mean, don't lie, guys, one of the funnest things about crafting is getting craft supplies. So, Thrifty Thursday. Let's use what we got from a thrift store. We're recycling. We are, in most cases, upcycling. Sometimes destroying, but most of the time upcycling. And we just have a fabulous time. I thought, oh, yep, there they are. I want a new dealio here for my black. Do I want domed? Nah, we'll go flat. I don't really ever do we need a new brown one too. Gross. God, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Thrifty Thursday. You don't have to have brand new stuff. You don't have to go spend a whole bunch of money to do this kind of fun stuff. Find yourself a book. Find yourself, a lot of thrift stores even have ink. If they have a little arts and crafts section, a lot of time you can even find ink. Books, old calendars. What else can you use? Old magazines. Grab a newspaper. And, you know, ribbon, lace, sewing notions. What else can we find a lot of times at thrift stores? A lot of times they have vintage pictures, postcards. And if you're lucky and they have craft supplies, then you're just, you know, you hit the jackpot, right? But old stuff, recycle it. Old broken jewelry. I got a great bag of broken jewelry this last time I went. What else can you get at the thrift? Just anything. A shirt that you like the fabric, or it's got a pretty lace trim and you're gonna cut it off and use it. Anything, guys, anything. Walk around and look at stuff in pieces. Look at it in little sections. Oh my God, I did the old like art thing, photographer thing. I'm not a photographer, but cheers. I promise you will find beautiful things. But here's where I'm going to be in a bit of a pickle with this. I need to find now I'm concerned about what our focal points are going to be for this Thrifty Thursday. Do I have focal points from the thrift store? All right, we need to keep working, and we'll figure it out. I know we'll find something. Okay, so now, because we're going to sew, let's get a couple of these out of the way. Because we're going to sew, wait, which goes where? Here. Yeah. Because we're going to sew, we don't have to glue these down super great. We just need them to stick until we sew them. So I'm going to put that guy kind of off to this side. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. I'm going to move him back over because I really like that torn edge. But let's have it on this side. That, and that's a little big. Let's get this guy down a little bit, and I don't like that. Better. Whoa. Cripes. Calm yourself. Okay. Inky, ink, 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 ink on there. There we go. That'll be better. I did do them all sideways, but that's okay. We could have a little more variety, but I think I made this one a little bit too small. I was thinking I might have preferred each layer to be a little bit closer to the other one, because see what we've ended up with now is our area for our focal point's a little small. God, that's so pretty. That's okay though. Oops. Because you know what? If we'd prefer to have them a little bigger, guess what? Make more. Just make more. and make little tweaky adjustments. This one's kind of more aligned what I was thinking. Those are a little small. Scoochy those over. Let's do our scorched timber one. It's so pretty. All right, here we go. We've got something to get started with. I am going to take these over. I'm going to stitch around them. I'm so not good at like making a mess with my sewing machine on purpose. If I'm trying to sew straight and nice, it'll but if I want it to look all grungy and messy, yeah, not so much. So we'll see what we end up with. And I will be right back. Okay, well that took a while. I buy more paper than I thought I did, and I don't thrift very much paper. That's what I learned. So, do not thrift a lot of paper, but that's okay. Found some things. How cute is this guy? So we're gonna do a whimsical one. Let's get some of this extra out of our way. Little mouse. We've got this little girl who looks very vintagey. So we're just gonna fussy cut this fella out. Kind of quickly. Uh-oh, what are we gonna do about his whiskers? He's got to keep his whiskers. We're just going to have to be okay with that. Trick with fussy cutting, in case you have not heard. Keep your scissors straight and move your paper. And try not to cut off the poor mouse's little tail. I'm going to go in this direction. It's just easier for me to cut when my picture is on my right for some reason. Oh, doggy. If I cut his tail off, we're gonna have to just glue it back on after we lay it down. Oh, what a spoiled animal I have in the hallway. I better let her in or she's not gonna stop barking. All right, now she'll be happy. She wanted to hang out and where the art's happening because, you know, we're pretty all right. Let's see, what is my best way to do this? If she had YouTube, I'm sure she'd subscribe and hang out with us. This is gonna be a little messy, but I can't come up with a good way to hold him. One more tiny snip. All right, so there we've got our mouse, and he will be cute. He will be our whimsical one on one of these tags. Just checking sizes here. I found this and thought that would be a nice background for something. For our little background piece. This was on the back of a piece of old sheet music. And we'll just cut straight across down here. We won't have the little framing on the bottom, but that's okay. So that would be nice. Now, I got this pretty butterfly out of a book. I thought that would be a nice kind of shabby chic look. You would be, I was surprised at how many of the books I have, or regardless of how many of the books I have, we don't have anything with like layered flowers. But that's okay. This will work. And it will probably be lovely. Why am I saying probably? Let's be positive. It's Friday. Even though it's Thrifty Thursday on a Friday, we're still going to be positive. It's going to be lovely. Apologies if this is so boring. Although I have heard some people enjoy watching fussy cutting, and some people enjoy watching inking, and so that's pretty cool. It's not straight at the bottom compared to how it was on the page, but I think that looks nice. Okay, so we've got 2. Now, let's get our little sewing girl. I'm gonna use, because I want this to be straight, so I'm gonna use the paper trimmer to do that. We can't have her too big, so let's start with this and see how we end up. Have her sewing in there. Maybe 2 right about there. She probably won't even need a background piece. Let's make sure we've got about the same amount. What I'm looking at when I'm deciding how to cut this, I'm seeing the distance of background between where she ends and we've cut our paper, and I'm trying to kind of match that up on this side. It's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. In general, it's pretty close. Now I can take a little bit more off. And what that does is, because I'm using her hair as a guide, what that does is it gives it the appearance of being centered, even though she, I might have took a little too much. That's okay though. Nope, it's fine. It gives it the appearance of being centered. So if you have something that's kind of off kilter, or the design covers more than, you know, if you, oh my God, how am I going to explain this? Like this. If you look at where she's at here, she's at an angle, but you know you don't want it at an angle. You take some of the space and you try to even it up on the sides. And that is how you can decide how to make it. That's how you're going to make it look like a rectangle. Same with the top. So there's about this much, right? And if you look at where your picture ends, you've got about that much at the bottom too. The interesting part of the picture. You know, it's her dress, it's the stuff on her lap. So anyway, that's how I kind of gauge how to cut these. All right, so we've got this, we've got whimsy, got vintage, shabby chic, whimsical, and now, oh, doggy, you're gonna have to move. I need to move my chair. Now I get to show you this, and I don't know. So check this out. $2, guys, at the thrift store. I'm so excited about this. She's fabulous. This on the back. Yeah, let me pull it out. This on the back. Oh, I love it. There's some really pretty pictures on the inside too. Once we get, so I thought, oh, they might be too big. No, they can't be too big because we've got to find a way to use this because it's amazing. I thought there was more than those ones. Are those the only two? Those might be the only two. Let's see. Could we use these guys? They are more in line with the shape that we're looking for. Let's see. I think we still can use them, even though they're bigger. I think we can probably cut them down a little bit. Those are just too wide. And if they didn't have the title, then I think that we could get away with those, but I don't want to cut the words. So, all right, here we go. You know what? Oh, it's got the tape on it and I feel like this needs to be more along the lines of a journal cover because it's so pretty and so fabulous. And she can also be a journal cover. So let's go with, we're not going to worry about the words. We're going to say, we're not going to worry about the words. I wonder if this has a year on it. Anywhere. Not that I can find. All right, we're going to cut this out and then we're going to decide how big we're going to make it. And which bits we want. So we can either call this, the other kind of made me feel more, I think it's 20s. I think we go, this is a little bit roaring 20s. Do any of these have a larger space than the others? I think this. So let's plan to use this one. We might be okay if we just cut carefully. What do I want to see here? I want to see it on this side so I can see. To eyeball about how far in to go. No, I gotta start at this end. This will be a little easier because we can just go right almost to the letters. We'll use those as our guide. And we'll use, I thought about taking more off, but then again, it's not going to look centered for our letters. So there we go. Perfect? Probably not. Definitely not. Do we care? Also probably not. How cool. How cool is that? Okay. Let's assemble and then we'll put toppers on and then we'll have our super fun variation. Or do we want the black? Why is it hard? I feel like we want the black. Let's go like this. Okay. Gently inking because it's a little fragile. Oh yeah, see the ink on the outside just frames it so beautifully. Maybe we'll even go a little bit thicker with the ink on some spots. Might take just a second to dry, so let's let that dry while we're doing that. Now our little shabby chic. Get our vintage photo back out. We could have inked this in, you know, a pink, but that's okay. I like this. I'm gonna pop him down. What's the top and what's the bottom? Do we care? Let's make this the top. And him right about. I'm gonna scooch him up just a touch, because to make this even a little bit more shabby chic, I've got, where are you little flowers? Here's some. I have another one. Some flowers that I found in my last little. There they are. Oh, I squashed some of them. That's okay. Shall we do two? Well, why not? Let's do a purple. All right, Pokey Tool, I saw ya. I saw you around here. Oops, careful, don't use your hand, dummy. That is very sticky. I'm gonna go here for one. And let's do three, why not? Wonder if I can make it come off easier if I don't. Haha, that's the trick. And here, the trick is don't pull. Well, that doesn't even want to hold the flower anymore. Okay, well, we got to. I say don't pull that off. Art glitter glue is my best friend. There, how pretty. Gorgeous, right? And then we'll do a topper. My bobbin ran out halfway, well, not halfway through. When I got to the last one, my bobbin ran out, so, and I had a pink one, so I put it on there. Okay, that guy's drying. This beautiful lady needs grungied up. This isn't super grungy, but what we can do, hey, we've got, no, that isn't thrifted. All right, how about this? We just make a little bit of a mess with what we've got. We could even do some folding, a little bit of, I'm just roughing that up a little. Let's put some fold. I never do this, and I see other people do it, and it looks so cool, and I'm always afraid, but I'm not gonna be afraid today. Just roll that up a little. Make it a little messy. Curl it up. How about a tear? There, don't be scared. Just do. I like it. How come I can't usually do that? Because I'm a goofball. All right, beautiful lady, you're going right here in the middle. Pretty girl with her sewing. I wonder, can we tuck some of this string so it doesn't go anywhere? Let's first get her about where we want her. Let's tuck some string under. How straight are we? Not. Okay, that's better. Oh, come out of there. Oops. There. Oh, look, it's so different than what we usually do, but look how cute she is. Okay. There is our grungy. Now, let's place this fine couple. These guys don't look like they would be having any of this business going on. So let's get rid of the extra on these. I really swear Tracie Fox is a genius. She is a genius. Oops. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't use those extra layers. Do we want to? We still can. I don't know. Nope. Oh, I didn't put any. Oh, come on, man. Pay attention. There we go. Better. I don't know where my tweezers went. Somewhere. They're probably sitting right next to me. Should we go up a little higher? Scoochy, scoochy. Until it doesn't want to move, because I don't want to rip it. Cool. All right. We've got our roaring 20s. And now we need our little whimsical mouse. His tail's totally, he might have to go here so his tail don't fall off. Do we want something behind him? How is it that it is so easy at the end to overthink everything? We need a little bit of contrast. Stop overthinking and just put some white paper down. God. There. I like it. Now, let's get this guy down. That we're this direction. And that purple, I love this glue stick. I've seen people use, I think it's called Uni. I've seen Pritt Stick. I've never seen those in the store, and this works so good for me. The Scotch purple. Oh, we got an ink you, buddy. We got an ink you, buddy. See if we can manage to do that without ripping his tail off. Little butty needs to be inked. I have an idea of how we can make it more whimsical even. I don't know. Let's see. How about if we take this and just dab her on a little bit on that tail. Otherwise, we are definitely going to rip his little tail off. Her tail. This is a her, I decided. And then we're going to make her super little cute. It's not the most whimsical. That may be not even the right word. If anybody can think of the right style to call this, please do let me know. We're so used to like grunge and vintage and shabby chic that it took some real thought to be like, well, what other styles are there? I think when you can't think of any other styles, that's when you need to venture out just a little bit. So that's what we're doing today. Venturing out a little bit. All right, we need toppers on our cute 4 style. 4 different styles. Oh, sorry, doggy. I didn't mean to almost run you over. Let's see. Toppers. Most of these came from vintage places, so we're gonna have to make sure. This did for sure, and this did. Do I have anything? This gray might be pretty on our... I don't know if I have anything. Ooh, I do have black. All right, let's not get too picky here. Need anything else, or are we just gonna make that work? Oh, that came from the dollar store. That might be cute on our little mouse. Let's see, do I have any ribbon? There's some kind of littly ribbon. Okay, I think that gives us some options for our toppers. And the other thing you could do is just use a piece of paper, but we've talked about how my paper leaves, my thrifted paper is not a very large variety. Sorry, I needed another drink of coffee. Okay. Let's start with our mouse. I'll put these off to the side here. I want to see if I can manage. I might be able to change the color. I think our mouse needs a little bow. Doesn't she need a bow on her head? She totally does. All right. I'm not a bow maker. I don't know what I'm doing. Can I just tie one and then make it little? Squeeze it super small? I don't know if that will work or not. Let's try. Let us experiment. You're like, hurry up and get on with it, for God's sakes. Okay. I know there's a way that you can tie bows like just so, and then they're perfect, but I don't know how to do it. I probably could use the Google machine and YouTube. Let's see what that gets us. Let's cut this. As Nice little bow for on her ears. I think I'm gonna put some glue in here so that it doesn't come undone, because it'll dry clear and that'll be fine. And then I'm gonna cut these off short so they're not in her way. Oh, if I can get, come on, man. We're going to cut them off short. And then they're gonna be super cute. And it's gonna go right on her head. I'm gonna do the topper first. We could even put some blue on it so that it matches, because that doesn't match this, but I think this is cool. And I haven't ever used it before because I don't really use this color blue very often. Let's just make a sweet little topper for this guy. Gal. She needs a little lace. My dog's gonna be so mad at me because I keep moving around. Come here, lace. Okay. When you don't want to move too much, you just grab what you can and you yank, and then it comes down. So how about we go like this? And then what about a cute little color? What color staples do I have in here? That's not my colored one. I don't know where my colored one went. It's around here somewhere. Let's put this guy on first. Should really be getting ready for work, but you know, I really feel like doing this right now. It's been a long week, you guys. Long week. And we even had Wednesday off. But I tell you what, holy buckets did the rest of it make up for it. I struggle getting in these. There. There, little staple on that. How's our little bow coming along? Good. Now she's whimsical. More whimsical. I forgot to put blue on it. We're gonna let it dry. How cute is she? I love her. Okay, next. Next. This needs pretty lace. Pretty lace. And we're just gonna do stapling, because that is okay. It doesn't need to be. Let's see if I can manage it with this thicker lace. Yeah. Oh, I can. We're gonna staple twice on this one since it's wider. Pretty. All right, little lady. I'm gonna do lace on you too, but we gotta make it a little messy. So let's get this back out and dirty this guy up. I'm gonna dirty the edges a little bit darker, and then we're gonna vintage photo the center. Give it a little depth. Where did that? Oh, here it is. There. perfect for her. Perfect for her. A little bit of lace to put on the outside of her dress that she's sewing. It's not even all that straight, and that's okay. Don't care. How's that? Now, our fancy couple here is definitely going to be black and silver, because it only makes sense. That is what it would be. You can tell how old the package is when it just falls apart. But I'm not complaining because this was an awesome find. Oh yes. Look at that. We're covering the lace, but it gives a really cool border. So let's see. I might even want to glue this down first. Play off those lines. This is why, oh, I almost said a bad word. This is why stuff takes me so long. I just can't stop messing and fidgeting and fiddling. I just can't stop it. Get it about lined up. But then I feel like it's worth it at the end because it looks cool. In my opinion. Dry glue, dry. It will. It will, it will. All right, let's get this last one on. And then we'll see what we managed with our thrift store goodies on this Thrifty Thursday. Well, we don't want to, oh boy. All right, what are we going to do here? We are going to, what are we going to do, guys? Here, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it at an angle, and we're going to put it over here on the side so that you can still tell what it says. Not conventional, but guess what? Who cares? Maybe do we want it on this side? Stop overthinking it. God. Just put it on, as I tell myself, but then I still, nope. Oh, Lord. There. Oh, I wish I would have put it on the other side. Oh well, it's fine. No, it really isn't. Hold on, hold on, hold horses. We're taking this off. The minute I did that, I'm like, ugh, I hate it. It's not like, nah, I would have liked the other one, but I don't like it. I just simply don't like it. I really don't like it. That doesn't happen very often. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that would have been a little nicer that way. Not this. Not a fan. I'm glad I stapled and did not glue. Okay. Here's the other thing I'm going to do. I'm going to shorten it. I'm going to put it in the middle. That was just not, I couldn't. it's better in the middle. And that is how you panic and fix things. Again, with the holding. I feel like I'd be served well with those, oh, what are those clamps that they use in surgery? Forceps? Yes. It's like I need a pair of forceps to put on there and undo, and it'll stay where I want it. Okay, guys, sorry for the last minute redo, but here we go. Here we have it for our third Thrifty Thursday. I can't believe it's just only been 3. We've got our cute little mouse, whimsical. We've got our lovely 1920s style couple. We've got our shabby chic butterfly. And we've got our vintage little girl. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, we made it just to right about an hour. Not too bad for a way to spend an hour. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys all real soon. Thanks for joining. Bye.